They thought we would just roll over and die, but we survived. We owe no loyalty to any king or country. What we do now, we do for ourselves. We come from the darkness. We hit hard. We hit fast. We are Marauders.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Marauders. Marauders is a science fiction loot and extract shooter based in a sort of futuristic post-World War II time period that is also bound to space. Now what we're looking here is essentially Tarkov in space, and it is as simple as it sounds. Marauders has many defining key features that I will cover real quick to not bore anybody, but just to get a quick rundown of what the game is. To note first, this game is in early access, as you can see as the bottom in here, displayed in orange. So there are some bugs, there are features that are set to change, and it's all just something to keep in mind when playing the game. So up top here, you'll see we have a few main tabs. We have play, gear, crafting, trade, appearance, contracts, weapon, and hangar. Now I will cover these back to front. Your hangar is simply your ship you are using. You can pick a smaller ship. Everybody has a rust bucket by default. No matter what, you will always have one of these in your backup. Even if you lose it, you'll always have one there. The Interceptor Frigate is a larger ship that you can get by buying it, stealing from another player, getting it in contracts. Normally you would do these if you're planning on fighting other ships, but normally most people don't do this. I definitely don't do this, so I just use it for extra storage and just run my rust bucket. Most people just run a rust bucket because if you have to pot out and leave this behind, you're not really worried about it because you always have one. Your weapons, you don't do anything here. You don't unlock weapons. I mean you do, but not in like a level system. This is only just for putting attachments that you have crafted or bought or found. You only use this to assign attachments. That's the only use for it. Next we have our contracts, which is as simple as it sounds. It's like any mission-based thing you would have in most games where you just have to do one by one and level it up, kind of like a battle pass thing, but you don't pay for this. This is just an in-game thing. You get a lot of very useful things in here. All of these challenges are definitely worth doing. This is called the 0 to Hero contracts. Definitely do these if you can. You get a bunch of very good things. In your appearance, this is where you just change what you're wearing. Right now I'm wearing this outlaw suit. This is the default thing you'll get here. Just a skinny Ninja Turtle thing. But I got this outlaw thing. You get this from a contract very early on. So trading, simple as it sounds again, you can either sell stuff or buy stuff. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, it's a trader. Come on. Crafting is something you'll use a bit more. This is where you'll craft items. If you can never find it off another item or find it in a raid, you'll have to craft it. I don't craft too many things. The main things I will ever craft is a plate rig, because it's a very good rig. What it does is it protects you with level 9 armor, and it has 3 2x2 slots, so you can carry a lot of stuff in them. Or I'll craft a commando bag, which carries, I believe, a 5x5, so 25 items. It is also very good. The last thing we'll cover real quick is gear and our stash. This is my gear. This is what I have on my player right now. I have a pretty decked out MP40. If you look at our weapon menu that I was talking about earlier, I have a metal stock on the butt of it and a suppressor, if I can, there you go, suppressor on the front of it. And then go back to gear. I have a small shield on my back just to protect my back from getting hit. A plate rig for the extra slots. A welding mask. It's a pretty good helmet. Commando backpack I mentioned before, 5x5. And then some simple things like 60 rounds of 10mm ammo. As we can see, our MP40 listed right below it takes 10mm. Every weapon will show up here. Every weapon will list the type of ammo it takes below it. We don't have different things in this game like Tarkov where it's hollow points or armor pen or regular rounds. It's just simple, 10mm, 45 ACP, 5.56, just keeping it simple, which is really nice. And then, yeah, just some band-aids for first aid, if I did not already say that. Lastly, I'll cover my stash very quickly here, and then we'll go into a raid. This is my stash. I have everything put into containers nice and neatly to keep it pretty well organized. I also have everything labeled. As you can see, I got guns, ammo, first aid, crafting materials, bags, extras, and then I got a box of goodies, which is just like some favorite things I'm hoarding around. And then on my right, I just got a bunch of armor. As you saw in the rigs, I'm carrying some helmets, just extra helmets in case I need them. So I got helmets, rigs, and I got extra bags as well. I also got some radio bags in case I die with this stuff. Now I have a whole extra loadout, as you see, which is kind of the whole point of this game. Is if you die, you gotta kind of not really worry about it. As long as you have a backup, that's all that matters. And I have 4 backups right now, 5 backups, so I'm not really worried about it. And I can always craft more. So that's everything we would need there if we needed a gun. Again, we see I got plenty of guns. If I needed ammo, I have a box full of ammo. If I need first aid, I got a box full of first aid. But that is, for the most part, what we got here. Again, I just have some more helmets up in these. As you saw, down here I got some ammo boxes, some more crafting materials. If you ever are wondering, hey, what are some very important things that I'm going to need down the line? Everything in here. Minus the chemicals. You can ignore that. Everything right here. This is some of the most important stuff you want to hold on to right here. Junk is the only thing you don't have to worry about here. You will get that normally by scrapping things. Say I don't want this gun anymore. I can go to the crafting and I can scrap it. So I can scrap an MP40. So if you look here, once I have this selected in the bottom right, it'll actually tell me what my chances are of getting each material from scrapping it. But I obviously don't want to scrap that. Quick tip for inventory. As you just saw, I rotated that. If you are clicking on it and holding it, and you press R, it'll rotate it. Another inventory tip, if you are trying to split items, if you hold it, drag it to a new slot, and hold left control, while you're holding left control, let go of the click, and then it'll ask you if you want to split it. Here you can click, split whatever you want. The bottom is what you are going to get. So say I just want 1 coin, split it, 1 coin. So that's just a quick little tip there. So when you need to go into a raid, you'll just press play here on the top left. Again, we'll double check. I have all my gear here ready. This is all you need: a weapon, helmet, a rig of some sort, really just more so a vest or something, but a rig is preferred because you get extra storage, backpack, ammo, and heals. That's really all you need. You don't even need any of this stuff because your ship will have a free loadout. So to start a raid, we'll just click enter raid. To get into a match, you'll normally be sitting around for about a minute. It's not too bad, just about 60 seconds. Alright, and welcome to our Rust Bucket. Again, this is our free ship we get every raid. Always take this. Unless you plan on doing space combat, always take this. So we'll check something out real quick here. We have our free loadout here. You get this every game no matter what. It's a pouch rig. This will have 4 extra slots. You get some 9mm ammo. You get 30 rounds of this, and a Luger. It's not the best pistol, but it's not the worst. It'll definitely get you a few kills. So once you open this up, you have your normal stuff like your gear and your health, but you'll notice a few other items. You have the remaining oxygen, which is just how much longer you have in the raid before it ends. If you do not leave before the timer ends, you lose everything. I have the contract I'm currently on, which is deliver transmitters. I need to find a few more of them. And then you have your raid missions. These are unique every single raid. They will change every single raid. I already completed this one on these maps earlier, so it's gone. I still have these two to go. Here we'll look to our left and our right. We have 2 periscopes that can be used by friends. You have your turret or your gunner seat, which can also be used by a friend. But if you're solo, you'll almost always use the driver's seat, the pilot ship. In here, you can also still control the gun, so this is the only real thing you'll be using. And welcome to the outer reaches of space. So as you saw, it doesn't directly tell you where you're at yet because you haven't directly picked yet. Most space clusters like this will have usually 2 maps. So we'll look at a few things here. In front of us, this is a radar station. You want to normally destroy these because these will alert AIs that you're by and you can get shot at. Here we have an exit port. When you are leaving the raid, you will exit throughout this. There are 2 of these on opposite ends, so there will be one here and one on the complete opposite end over there. Right in front of us is going to be a map. Now I'm going to be completely honest, I cannot tell you what map this is, but when we get in here it will tell us. If you ever are looking to dock in a map, you will look for these big yellow ports. That is a docking bay. Each map usually has about 3 to 6 docking bays depending on how big it is. So we'll go in right here, and this will give us an unique airlock compared to everybody else. So you will not dock at the same airlock as somebody else. At least you should not be able to. This game is early access, so anything is possible. As you see, we're at the Navy outpost. When you need to go down, you will leave the cockpit. You'll go down to your airlock. You'll basically go down and bust a U-turn. Go in here. But if we look real quick, this is our engine back here. You can't see it too well, but that is our engine right there. It's a nice V8 engine. So if you're ever getting shot at, that'll get damaged and you will have to go repair that. There are fire extinguishers all over your ship to repair it. But right now we're focused on the airlock. We're going to go into our airlock and activate the console. And this will unlock the first door. We will go ahead and walk in, activate the console, and here this will initiate the decompression. So the door behind us will shut, lock, the door in front of us will open once the air has been activated. Now this will be a very loud process. I'm in the raid location, it's closed behind me. Okay, that was an AI. Another good thing to note. Give me a break, man. And one nice thing about this game is it is more casual than Tarkov, so you don't have to worry about a lot of things. If I decided right now, hey, I got a Terminator, I got a carbine that I could sell because I don't actually like this gun, I could sell that, craft it, or I mean scrap it even if I wanted to. I could extract right now, and there's no punishment, because I could extract, put that stuff in my stash, queue right back up, be in another game in 2 minutes. So that's one really nice thing about this game, is there's not as much punishment as other games. Say you get something nice that you want and you don't want to lose it, hey, you don't have to lose it. You can leave right then and there. Now, as we heard, that is a player shooting. This is a good example. Say I was trying to leave here. I can't, because this is not my airlock. don't have a lot of ammo left. 14 rounds in my gun, so I'm just gonna extract. When you need to leave, you just go back to your cockpit. Get back on the pilot. Look for one of these nice big exits and go right for it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and after here, we'll just get rid of some of this gear. We're gonna go back into one more raid. Just to see if we can get any more kills, maybe some better items. And then we'll probably go ahead and wrap it up after that. So we'll go ahead and queue back up. Alright, so we're back at it. We're at the space station now. Now it sounds like there are already some guys, so I might be getting... Players. Oh my god. So that was a duo, or that was a, I don't know if that was a duo or a trio, but I killed a guy. Got killed by his friend. An L1A1. That's funny. That's the gun I'm looking for. So if I would have killed him, I would have been ecstatic. I would have been so happy. Okay, so there's the perfect ending there. That's the whole game there. That's the gameplay loop. You get guns, you go, you loot up, you die. That's what happens, you know. I killed a guy, his friend killed me. And there's nothing there really. That's it. And you know, I had fun. And now, you know what I do is I grabbed all this stuff earlier. That's the wrong bag. I grabbed all this stuff earlier. You know, I have all this extra fabric, extra metal sheet, extra leather strips, that synthetic strap we talked about. All this stuff here, again, this is the most important stuff. Since I already have all this stuff here, I can go to crafting, grab a plate rig. Now, if you notice, I have all that stuff. So I'm not even worried about the fact I just died. I have my rig back. I have my commando backpack back. I have all my guns back. All the ammo I need. All the first aid. I have a helmet back if I need it. I got 5 helmets here, you know. I got all this extra armor if I need it. But this is all storage. I can craft these right here. I have my whole loadout back. And I didn't lose anything, you know. I just got there, and that's what I enjoy about this game. So when you die in this game, you do fully lose everything. But since it is so much more casual, and since it's so much more easier to find stuff and get looted back up, you don't really have to worry about it as much. It's a lot more catered to the average gamer, I guess, the working man like myself. I work 60 hours a week, you know. I don't exactly have the time to sit down and play games all the time. So this is a game that's nice because I can play it for, you know, 2 hours a night and get a decent amount done. You know, I did this probably in 2 or 3 days. I guess, yeah, no, I literally did this all of it about 2 or 3 days, so it's not bad at all. I'm level 18, a lot of money. So yeah, that's it. I appreciate you all for watching this video. I know it was pretty long. By all means, not an in-depth guide to Marauders, just more so a simple kind of look at it. And it's a pretty good game. If you guys like the World War II themed type stuff at all, definitely check it out. I know I do. But yeah, thank you for watching the video, and have a great night.